Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 2 of season 2 of the Sandman. In the last episode, one of Dream's siblings, Destiny, received a visit from the Grey Women, the witches, 3, and received a premonition of a meeting that would lead to a great calamity or change or shift. I can't remember the exact phrasing that they used, but some coming events was going to reshape the world itself or something along those lines. It turns out it was the result of a reunion between all of the Endless. Well, all of the current Endless. What this all ends up culminating in after a bunch of poking and prodding between the siblings and Dream, most specifically Desire, is what turns out to kind of be a bit of an intervention, especially after all the character growth that we've seen Dream go through. Having to go back through some of the mistakes he's still made and not rectified, most notably Nada and her having been locked away in hell. We got to actually see them meet, them fall for each other, and then the fallout from that, all resulting in obviously a Morpheus who at this point is like, no, I'm trying to right all the things I've done wrong. And if I've done wrong there, because that's like the way that he views the world, he didn't quite see it as a wrong. So now he's like, oh, well shit, I'm no fit to be a ruler of my world if I can't, make up for what I've done wrong or own up to what I've done wrong. So now he's left the sibling council and he ran off to hell to go get her back, to free her from Lucifer's grasp. Obviously, they aren't on good terms after him coming down and completely humiliating them in front of all of hell. So he's got a little bit of a welcoming party waiting on him at this point. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm excited to see where that goes. So let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. We got the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. This is a great way to support the channel, helps do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. With that all said out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 2, The Ruler of Hell. Here we go.
The doors of hell are legion. There are entrances which are less well guarded than this one, but I am here as Dream of the Endless. I have no choice but to use the palace gate.
Wow, just coming in the front door.
This time I have power enough to storm the gateway if necessary.
Let's go. That is a very good point. Everything that he did in their last battle was purely of his own accord, without his tools. But yeah, they do have the front door just open, waiting for him. That would surely give me pause, but he also announced his coming.
There is something deeply wrong, even for hell.
Dream.
Oh, shit.
We were told you might be visiting.
Where is Nada?
Well, she was on that swirling pillar out there the last time you were here.
Take off that silly helmet and we'll talk.
I will not be tricked by you.
Are you scared of me?
Yes.
At least he's honest.
Very well.
He has every right to be.
Then I will give you my word. While we are within the bounds of hell, I will do nothing to harm you.
Word is word.
Where is she?
But I would heed those words very carefully, though.
No longer here. I've sent them all away. The demons, the damned, the neverborn.
What? To where?
Why?
Isn't it obvious? I've quit.
Oh, whoa, wait, what? Quit what?
You refer to yourself in the singular, Morningstar.
Exactly. I am no monarch. Not anymore. I've spent 10 billion years in this place. That's a long time. We've all changed. Even you. You were very different back then.
I doubt that.
I'm tired, Dream. So it's over. I'm leaving. and I owe it all to you.
Wait, is this like how Lucifer starts? I know this isn't canon to the show, but is that how that sets all of that up?
If the King of Dreams can take leave of his realm whenever he pleases, why can't I?
Because you are Hell's ruler. This is your responsibility.
And the dreaming was yours.
We used to be so alike, you and I. When I was an angel. Do you remember?
Oh, wow.
I used to care so much about so many things. What was I like back then?
You were very proud, Samael.
Yeah.
Foolish. I thought I was rebelling. I thought I was defying his rule. I was merely fulfilling another tiny segment of his great and powerful plan. There was always going to be a hell. If I hadn't have rebelled, another angel would have in my stead. That was so long ago. How long was I supposed to pay for that one action? So, now it's over.
I love this. This is not at all what I expected. But where did she send everybody? Where was everybody housed here? She just free them? And where does that mean? Where do they be?
Where have they all gone?
Thank you for asking the questions.
Heaven,
Wait, what?
earth, limbo.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
I just opened the door and they're free to go wherever.
They chose hell. That is what hell is. A place for dead mortals to torture themselves. And like all masochists, they give the orders.
Oh,
Freeze
that
me,
is
eat me, hurt me.
interesting.
What do I get out of it?
Their souls.
Dream. What need have I for souls? You can't own someone else's soul. They blame me for their little failings. The devil made me do it. I have never made one of them do anything. Never.
Oh, God. I love this so much. Let's go.
But I'm done with all that. Hell is closed.
What a phrase. I really thought we were going to come down here for a conflict. I mean, that's quite obviously what they wanted us to believe, but holy shit. So no one can actually go to hell anymore. No one is even in hell. So now the dead, the demons, the roam purgatory, heaven, earth, or wherever they want to go. That's wild.
What will you do now?
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought. I could lie on a beach somewhere, perhaps.
Work at a nightclub?
There is one final thing that needs doing. You must cut off my wings.
Oh, that's why she took the knife.
I thought we would fight.
Me too, buddy.
I'm tired of fighting, aren't you?
God, this is so good.
Do this for me.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, Jesus. God, you could feel the weight of those and the way they dropped and the sound. Whew.
I once swore I would destroy you, do you remember?
You also swore that you would do me no harm.
Yeah. What a contradiction you are at times.
Within the bounds of hell.
Oh.
That now that we're outside, I can give you this.
The key to hell.
Well, it's yours now.
Wow, holy shit.
Surely you will agree it is too valuable, too dangerous for me to entrust to anyone else.
Why dangerous?
This realm is heaven's shadow, or more precisely, heaven's dark reflection. Its ruler wields more power than any entity in any other realm, with perhaps one exception.
This is your revenge on me.
Perhaps it will destroy you.
What a poetic twist of fate.
But I Doubt it'll make your life any easier.
It may even make it hell. Wow.
Farewell, my dear Morpheus.
If I remember right, I do believe they even flirted with the idea of casting the guy from the Lucifer series until they decided to kind of keep that at a distance and just kind of be its own little standalone thing. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
You're back.
Shocker.
Should we go with her?
I'm not.
You're right. She's got this.
Are we at war with hell, with Lucifer?
Lucifer is abdicated. All the demons and the damned are freed. Nada's gone. I looked everywhere for her.
Surely someone must know where she is.
Dude, look at that
Someone
hallway.
must be in charge of hell.
Yeah. You're looking at him.
Someone is. Lucifer cursed me with it. Soon every deity and demiurge will be armed and at our door.
Oh, God. Yep, she put a big old target on you. And burden. I mean, all of it. Whoo! Ugh.
My sister, I stand in my gallery before your sigil. Will you speak with me?
Is this about hell?
You've already heard. Well, obviously, I think she would be the first to find out.
Everyone knows.
What do you think I should do?
What do you want to do?
I want to find Nada.
Nada will have to wait, because hell is empty. And everyone who used to live in hell is back in the waking world and planning on turning that into hell.
Yeah, that's a big
You
old
have two
problem.
choices. Either you take the key Lucifer gave you and you rule hell, or give it to someone else.
Who would you curse
I
with
need to lead
such a
who is
life?
Responsible, principled, wise. Someone who gives excellent advice.
Somebody like death herself?
You're not giving it to me. It's bad enough I have to collect the dead all over again, in addition to my regular gig. It is my job to sort out the dead. Your job is to sort out hell.
I mean, come on, help a brother out, please. Oh, damn, that sucks.
We've got visitors.
God.
Is that?
I am the mighty Thor!
Oh my God. Wow.
Motherfucking fart-sucking door that Milner and I...
DC's Thor has arrived.
What shall we do?
Let them in.
Are you sure?
They are more dangerous to us as our enemies than as our guests. Mervyn, ready the Great Hall.
For what?
A royal banquet.
Of all the gods.
Perhaps one of them can be entrusted with hell.
My lord.
Ooh, let's
Each
go.
of them is a potential threat.
Yeah. I feel so bad for Lucien, man.
Open this fucking door!
Give me a minute. Is that just a posse of clowns? Yeah, it is.
I am Odin, old father of the Aesir. With me is my son Thor of the Aesir, and Loki of the Jotun.
Also of the Aesir. Odin's kin. By right of blood brotherhood.
He's no kin of ours.
What is your name, Anna?
Lucien.
Lovely name.
I have the honor to serve Lord Kilducan, a manifestation of order.
Lord who?
And will Lord Kilducan be joining us later?
Lord Kilducan is here.
What the?
He has a message for you.
What the hell?
Hello, pretty lady.
Oh, hi.
Alexa is Eyes, Shivering Gemmy of the Shallow Brigade, a princess of chaos, and we want hell too.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yo.
Come alone, hoping to discuss a territory of our mutual concern.
You and everybody. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. You were teased at the end of the last thingy.
Lord Morpheus bids you welcome.
No, his librarian bids us welcome. Tell the Dream King I demand an audience with him now.
I would remind
fuck
you,
off.
Lord, that you are but one of many who seek hell.
No, Lucien. I am an entire universe. Displaced, homeless, hungry demons.
Whoa! Oh! Whoa!
Hell belongs to the demons. We demand the return of our lands.
Hell belongs to me for now. But I will respect and appraise each one of your claims upon its territory.
This is absolutely batshit insane.
It's in a realm where dreams come true, and do you know what I've been dreaming of, my sister?
I have a rough idea, yes.
Food, wine.
Lord Morpheus.
No, too skinny for me.
Greetings.
We are sent as ambassadors from the court of Faerie. Our sovereign lady and lord present their compliments. I am not sure if you're aware, but by ancient compact, Faerie must pay a tithe to hell. 9 of our citizens, every 7 years.
It would be to the benefit of Faerie if hell were to remain empty.
Oh, that complicates things quite a bit.
It would just be a favor we'd be asking.
There are many visitors. They want many things. When I have spoken with all of them, I will make my decision.
But my lord...
You have delivered your message and heard my response. Your obligation is fulfilled.
I beg pardon, Lord Shaper. I did not mean to...
This way.
Let's get drunk.
Clerican.
All right, fine. Let's get me drunk.
I love all this like world building, and again, it's just like where else do you wind up and be like, hey, we're here to negotiate the ownership of all of hell?
Will you be joining our guests for dinner?
If I joined them, they would be on their best behavior. Better to observe from here.
That's
Do you have a favorite?
Smart.
What about Lord Odin? Surely he has the wisdom and experience to rule hell.
One would hope, but he is desperate, or he would not have freed Loki from his prison beneath the world. Loki is too clever and malevolent to be unconfined.
Our host is none too pleased to see me.
That is because he knows you, Loki.
You'll have to negotiate with him. Offer him something he wants.
You will have me bribe our host.
Everyone else here intends to.
Fair enough. What does the Dream King want?
Give to God who has everything. What does dream about?
I had to guess getting us out of his house.
You're probably not too far off, but...
That you would give hell to the demons?
Oh!
Does that hurt, darling?
My lady, permit me to introduce myself.
I love how he's always holding his hammer in view.
I'm Thor, god of thunder, lightning, strength, pleasure.
Pretty sure some of those are additional titles.
It doesn't look like much now, but if you rub it, it gets bigger.
Shall I show you mine?
Do you know who I am, Odin's son?
Do they call you the Merkin because you wear a wig? See me, I love a bald.
Damn, that didn't take long.
I did not come here seeking conflict, nor will I shrink from it.
If it's a fight you want.
Oh, it is.
Come on then, little hammer.
Oh! Yo!
I am the slayer of Rundr. I am the slayer of Garen. I am the slayer. Oh.
Not here, you're not.
When you threaten one another in this place, you threaten me, and I do not take kindly to threats.
Lord Morpheus, dream of the endless.
Oh, whoa! This is unexpected.
The matter of hell and its ruler is of utmost importance to the Creator, who is watching and awaits your decision with interest.
Wow, what pressure.
And now,
presents me.
Oh my God.
I am the amazing Kane, master.
The amazing Kane. Oh my God, please don't tell me he saws Abel in half.
Do angels eat?
I require neither food nor sleep, all the better to report my every movement to the Creator.
Don't be nervous, darling. There's only God watching.
Nah, don't worry about
May I
it.
bring you anything? Wine, tea, a bow and 2 arrows? I have been told when you cook them, they taste like chicken.
We talking about eating angel wings? I mean, it's probably divine.
God has no idea what to do with hell, or they'd have taken the key from you straight away. They are only here because they know, as do I, you will make the right decision. You almost always do.
Almost always.
This is my able assistant.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. Wow, what a fake out. That was good.
Also assisting Abel.
No spotlight for you. And the distaste with which he said that.
My munificent master, Kilducan of Order, has manifested a message for your eyes alone.
The others have brought gifts.
Lord Azazel brought an extra inducement for Lord Morpheus to make him give back hell to us.
Oh my God, if they brought Nada.
I do not understand.
For many years, the Lords of Order have been collecting the dream essences of the newly dead.
Why would I be interested in the dream essences of dead mortals?
My wondrous master offers you
something which I would have collected for myself had I the need for it.
Damn, that backfired real hard. I really want to know how this is going to play out.
And what exactly is chaos offering in exchange for hell?
We just had order and now chaos.
What I'm doing is threatening you.
Oh! Wait, I wonder if this was... I can't remember...
Chaos will be at your throat until the end of time.
Cool. Nice. Get the hell out of here.
That's right. You're meant to be Mr. Scared.
I wonder if these were meant to actually be DC characters, because I haven't read this far ahead. If so, I'm very curious who they were meant to be, because I immediately, as far as the Chaos Lord, I was imagining, I can't remember his name off the top of my head at the moment, but the kid with the cat who was in Young Justice a lot. Oh, whoa.
It must be obvious by now, darling. One of the gifts Lord Azazel intends to offer the Dream Lord is you.
What would he want with this dude? Oh my God, he is! Except this isn't a trick. He actually did it.
Now for my next trick.
The mincing machine.
Oh my goodness. I love where they're taking this fucking gag, man. It's so good.
Can I have a moment?
God, I wish I could think of his name right now. Clarion. Thank you.
I was once a very angry young storm god, so my father banished me to Nenokuni. But I've learned that the land of the dead is also a land where roots can grow. And what I thought was my death has been a rebirth. I would endeavor to do the same for the hell that was Lucifer's, if you will permit me.
I think he'd be my pick so far.
Did he attempt to bribe you?
He did not.
May I? It is something you want. Give me the key to hell, and I will give you the location of your missing brother.
Oh.
You know where he is?
Do we need to know? Oh, all that for a rumor? Nah.
Why do you want hell, Lord Odin?
To stave off Ragnarok.
How would it help you do that?
All of us fighting over territory because there is nowhere else for us to go.
Do you not think having more territory would mean having more territory over which to fight?
Probably in time, but until then.
It would just kind of stave off the inevitable.
Now, who's hungry for some mini sausages?
Oh. Oh my.
Tell your friends. If you didn't, I trust you'll get throat cancer and die without ever again uttering another word.
What the fuck?
Good guests.
Oh my god, his foot is hanging out of the mincer. Ah!
As for the matter that has brought you here, I have been given much to consider. I shall announce my decision tomorrow. I suggest you leave this room at this time. It will cease to exist shortly. Good night.
What would happen if they stay when it unexists?
A few moments ago, I had no candidates. Now I have two.
Two?
There
What
is a third
two?
one, asking for a private audience with your majesty. Lord Azazel.
Of course.
Lord Morpheus.
Azazel.
Dude, man, again, these sets.
Lucifer has done us both a grave disservice. My anger this morning was misplaced. It was for the morning star, not you. Will you give us back our world if I compensate you for the inconvenience Lucifer has caused you?
How?
A gift.
What, this rando?
Yours to take vengeance upon for having challenged you in hell.
Oh, that's who this guy was.
Wish to seek vengeance?
There is one other thing I can offer. A human female. Condemned to hell 10,000 years past by a resentful lover.
Oh, he already had her? Oh, he's hanging on to her. Yep.
Give me the key and I will release her.
Wow. What a play.
I shall take as much pleasure in consuming her soul.
Oh my god, how like which mouth is talking changes sometimes on every syllable.
Do you understand me, Morpheus?
I do.
Then I trust we have a deal.
This is another thing. Fuck, dude. Damn. Okay, so what I was about to say there was, this is another reason why it's so dangerous for the endless to fall in love. They can be leveraged like that, where he was being like logical, thinking, you know, who would be the best fit realistically. And then Azazel comes in here, is like, hey, I get it, blah, blah, blah. But here's the woman you love. Give it to me or she gets it. Whoops, sorry. I mean, he honestly is being, while a realm such as hell in this universe and whatnot is a mark of great power and responsibility and all kinds of things that it gives access to and whatnot, it being in well-meaning hands is very important. Though he does make a very, very keen point. It's quite literally their realm, their home, their lands, as he quite eloquently put it. So it is, in essence, kind of theirs. So I understand it for that point of view, even if returning to them would be potentially detrimental for all of existence. But it's so interesting seeing everybody come here trying to vie for this. We had Lords of Order, we had Lords of Chaos, and then again, I'm very curious who would have made an appearance in the comic, because, you know, even in season 1, there were characters that had to be traded out because they weren't dabbling with the DC pantheon in this. So I'm wondering if those were meant to be anybody we would have known. I'm curious. No, it was that same clown child, Shivering Jemmy, but she is a Lord of Chaos. So one of the same order as Clarion. I didn't recognize the name. Kilderkin? Yeah, okay, never mind. That is correct. He's on here as well. I'm just not familiar with him at all. But yeah, this is that's the guy they were there on behalf of with the box, abdicating the throne. Takes the form of a cardboard box and speaks through printed messages. Okay, so never mind. That plays out exactly how it seems to have done in that, because the books I got after season 1 because I had never been familiar with the material. And this first season was my gateway into it, because it was always like a corner of the DC universe I'd never really dabbled too deeply into. So I wanted to go in as spoiler free as possible to get the clean experience of it all. So when I did get all of the volumes, I've only read though what has been covered by the show. But the show obviously not being able to play in DC in the same way that the comics did, I wasn't sure just, you know, if this was something that was affected by it. And I'm sure like with some people it's going to be maybe a little confusing with the Odin, Loki, Thor thing. Obviously they are like, they're not exclusive to Marvel. You know, I'm sure there's some people that would be a little confused by that, but they are religious icons. Like, they are public domain. They are free market for use in anything else. So I like getting to see them come up and being a pivotal part of this, because it's an underlying thing, or maybe an underrated thing that people don't take into account, is that they also exist in the DC universe to an extent. And I like the way they played around with that. Dude, we got Susanoo in here as well. A bunch of other, icons throughout mythology, various mythologies come in here, all to vie for the key to hell. I love that this was Lucifer's big vengeance. This might even go back to that conversation that they had at the end of last season with Azazel. What was going to be the next step? So they maybe orchestrated this entire thing knowing that it would end up falling into Azazel's hands. So maybe this was part of that play, or maybe this was an independent move, because Azazel seems pretty pissed off about what Lucifer did to begin with. So I think it's interesting too, because all of this spawns from Lucifer being inspired by Dream's decision to walk away. Not even decision, the fact that he did neglect his responsibilities, his duties for a time to explore himself, his own wants and desires. Then obviously, he got captured for a couple centuries, so there was that as well. I love that there's this entire idea about balancing oneself and your duty. Like, they're born and designed and brought into this world to do a specific task, and they're kind of in a prison that is defined by their birth to walk a certain path and do a certain thing. What I find interesting about this is that Dream's entire arc is finding out that even these godlike endless beings have their own desires at the end of the day, or that they can be more than what they were born to be, do more than what they were here to do. For them, they're brought into this world where it's just like, your existence is your job, and that's it. Nothing more are you allowed to do. And when you reach beyond that, like when he reached beyond what he should have been doing, what his duties dictate, and he fell in love with Nada, overextended, it brought tragedy. And he's also made mistakes with his powers and all this kinds of stuff. And like, it's like we're seeing like that even the deities that rule and govern the universe have their faults and also have their own wants and dreams. It's because of what Dream has accomplished for himself over the course of his journey and his existence is what inspired Lucifer to do the very same. Now, I don't know, but I heavily suspect that this is what eventually tees up the Lucifer series. Quit hell, left, went up to do whatever the hell they want. So I'm wondering if that's how this kind of sets that up. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. This is another pocket I've never really paid attention to. It's another show that's on my list of I need to watch one of these days. Yeah, that's just a entire huge ass backlog, and I know that's definitely on there. Is that series? Not that it's like, it's kind of loosely based on all this, but still same idea. But in leaving and be like, hey, if you can take a leave, if you can walk away, if you can make a decision for yourself that is greater than what has been thrust upon you, well, so can I. You came here and you embarrassed me, and it's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm done with all of this. I'm done with this crap. Here, it's your responsibility, and that's the revenge. Is now all of that is on him. Everybody is now coming for his ass. And also, too, Heaven is watching. They sent envoys here to watch what decision Dream is going to make with this key. And now, because of this ploy with Azazel and Nada, you know, where they had possibly trusted what his decision or his outcome would be. Now, though, that's kind of been hampered because his emotions are being swayed now, where he was like, oh, it's down to 2 candidates that I believe and I might be handing this to, which I would suspect it's either Odin or Susanoo, who I think he was probably going to pass it on to, the people he probably was boiling it down to. Now it's going to go to the Lord of Demons here. But I love this, like seeing this whole banquet, this vying for power, vying for control of hell, like all of this, like the political machinations of these different deities from different cultures all coming together. And I love that, you know, Marvel and DC both do this, is how in their pockets, every mythos has its own domain and realm and all of this to varying extents. At least in DC, like with God, the angels and all of that, they do still exist and preside over kind of over everything. In DC, at least, it's like they're the ones that kind of preside over everything, and then everything else is kind of in this pocket alongside the Endless. And I even think the Endless is, you know, I think by extension here, kind of above them as well, kind of between the angels and the other, I guess I would call them lesser gods. And then you had this thing with the Fae, which was really interesting. You know, the fact that they've had to pay a tithe every 7 years to hell out of some ancient ass agreement. And they were like, hey, don't give it to anybody. So maybe we don't have to do this anymore. Or even if we do, they're not locked in with anybody else, just their own people. I don't know where if at all that's going to culminate into anything else at this point, but yeah, Lucifer was like, hey, you know what? I'm fucking off. Here, this is your shit now. Peace out, bitch, and left. And the visuals, yet again, the visuals of this, the way they managed to capture that comic book feel and kind of the art. And again, I don't have like a frame of reference for where we're at right now, just using the previous season as an example. The way they brought to life the visuals in live action through the CGI, through the sets and all of that was so well thought out and so well executed. And I can only imagine, like, there's some shots in this where you're like, that's gotta be a fucking panel, right? And it just looks so good, like especially the art design, it's just breathtaking. But yeah, we're in a sticky situation at the moment. Morpheus is gonna have to make a very, very rash decision right now, purely because his heart is being manipulated. So we'll see what consequences come with that, though. I love that he tried to pawn it off on his sister right out the gate, which honestly is not an illogical move to make. She already does control, you know, life and death. You know, she sorts out the souls and ferries them already, so why not? But she was like, hell no, I'm good. I get enough death on my life. I don't need a whole other gig. And with Lucifer having quit and all the souls that were trapped and condemned to hell along with the demons are now out, free, roaming about. She's like, now I gotta collect everybody all over again and resort them all to somewhere. And if the gates of hell are closed, until they're reopened, she can't take anybody that needs to go to hell. So where does she even sort them? To purgatory? Because that was also mentioned, which we know it does exist in this pocket. So yeah, I do not envy her job now, because she's got to take care of everybody she's ever already sorted at least once. And then on top of that, everybody who is currently still dying every day. What a sticky situation Lucifer put her in, too. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at right now, guys. What did you think of the episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Speaking of before we go, I want to shout out Angela Burr and Lily Chan's son. Thank you guys so much for becoming two of our saviors over here and sponsoring some of our lovely little fur babies, some of our rescues here at the channel. You guys have been a great help for that. And then, of course, as always, I want to shout out our channel legends: Eric Official, Armando Rosas, Ash, Casey Wood, Chris, Clara V, Codename Witch, Demasius, David Furstenberg, Durla, Gregory Toner, It's Mushi, Jade, Jake Cantrell, Carmen Wilmot, Liam Harrell, Lily Chan's son, Lindley Bullock, Mandy Sharon, Muggy Holes, Nicodemus, Nikki G, Niall, Ollie Hodges, Philly J, Robert Anguiano, Ross Lingard, Russell Crockett, Shilio, York Korskov, and your boy G-Man. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's just for you guys, so to see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.